You know what nobody wants to admit? Sometimes the most patriotic thing you can do is leave. Not because you hate your country, not because you're running away, but because staying loyal to a system that is failing you isn't patriotism, it's compliance. And I'm going to explain why leaving your country can be the most patriotic, loyal, and responsible decision you'll ever make. We've been raised on this idea that a patriot is someone who stays. No matter how bad it gets, someone who keeps paying taxes, keeps suffering, keeps holding up a system that clearly doesn't work, hoping that you can make changes from within, keeping the flag flying high. I watched an interview on daytime TV where a 100-year-old British veteran from World War II said that what he fought for wasn't worth it. Imagine you put your life on the line when in the end, for it to be not worth fighting for. Chilling. But anyway, let me ask you a question. Is it patriotic to stay inside a burning building, a sinking ship? Or is it more patriotic to escape, to survive, to rebuild yourself, and maybe come back with the tools and know-how to actually help? Because right now, the UK feels like a burning building, a sinking ship. Wages are frozen, taxes are going up, freedoms are disappearing, crime is rising, and ambition gets punished. And if you're young, ambitious, and hungry, you're fighting an uphill battle compared to the other young people living in the US or Dubai, Asia, and now South America, where taxes and opportunities are far greater than back home. The UK really does punish success and pretends it doesn't. If you try and earn more, the government takes more. If you save, inflation eats it. If you invest, they'll tax it. If you build something, they'll tax it. If you die, they'll tax it again. Now, taxing isn't the problem. The problem is that other countries aren't taxing. So from a competition point of view, you're running a race with a parachute trapped behind your back. Last time that I checked, 16,500 millionaires are projected to leave the UK this year, up from 10,000 millionaires last year in 2024. That isn't a coincidence. That's a signal. People with options are using them. Meanwhile, people without options get told, stay, be patriotic, don't complain. Do you think that all the Polish immigrants who came to the UK many years ago, or the Jamaican Windrush immigrants, worked their arses off, sending money home to help their families, are now going back to Poland, are unpatriotic? What about the Irish and the Italians who left for New York, who built arguably better lives instead of staying in a stuck, declining Europe? Nah. You can't even enjoy your success safely here in the UK. Let's be honest, even if you do make it in the UK and you want to enjoy your wealth, nowadays you wear a nice watch in London, you're playing death roulette. Apparently, knife crime in the UK is over 50,000 incidents a year now. You risk getting stabbed for no reason on a train going to London, or in a high street bank in Derby, where I'm from, or going to a Taylor Swift party, or just walking past a dodgy stranger at the wrong time. You tell me that I should stay and be patriotic. How? For what? What will that change? You drive a decent car, you risk getting your window smashed at a red light. You go on a night out, get into a fight. You try defending yourself. Nice one. Now you're in a knife fight. Good luck. In my opinion, the problem is because the system and the law doesn't punish bad behaviour enough to repel it. Here in Paraguay, you tell people about the stories in the UK. This is not normal. They're shocked. I think we've just gotten used to it and have turned a blind eye and have just got on with our lives because we are distracted with all the personal struggles and distractions. So, how can anyone say that living in an environment like that is more patriotic than leaving? Because the real trap is staying and supporting the system. This is the part nobody likes to hear. Because staying in the UK, you're funding and supporting the very system trapping you. Your taxes feed it, your labour feeds it, and as Brits, we just complain and comply because that's what we're good at doing. And for the brave ones that voice their opinion in the wrong manner, you quickly realise that free speech isn't so free anymore. Say the wrong thing on Twitter, boom, locked up, career impacted. That's how we've ended up in this mess. Meanwhile, all the votes, all the promises, all the changes coming speeches, nothing changes. If voting alone worked, we would have seen results by now. Brexit was meant to be the big thing. But then poor execution from government, in my opinion, by design. And every year, both sides argue. Every year, life gets harder. And at some point, you realise the truth. Leaving isn't abandoning your country. It's refusing to be exploited. Leaving isn't an act of self-preservation. And self-preservation is patriotic because a broken man or woman can't help anyone. When I left the UK, I had no backup plan, no safety nets, and no income. I wasn't running away. I was refusing to let a system suffocate me and shape my entire life. Living and experiencing North Macedonia, Albania, and now Paraguay, these places gave me space to breathe, to think, to rebuild my financial and spiritual life. For the first time in years, I felt like I was living, not drained, not constantly fighting to pay bills or afford to only go on 1 or 2 holidays a year, which I appreciate is a luxury for the Western world. But you can't become your best self in a place that suffocates you. The UK makes ambitious people feel like criminals. This is the part that pushed me over the edge. Even if you make it, the UK still finds a way to punish you. You try building a business, they squeeze you with pointless rules and regulations. You invest wisely, they tax your gains. If you plan to leave your kids something, inheritance tax wipes it out. Up to 40 to 60% of it. Like, just generational wealth, trying to create that for your family. Good luck. Now, I understand that life isn't all about money, but money is a huge part of it to having a better life. Let's not kid ourselves. And I feel like people who call me unpatriotic aren't saying it because they care about the UK. They're saying it because they feel stuck themselves and they don't want to feel bad about having the guts to do anything about it. they just think, let's complain and comply together. No, thank you. I believe that leaving sends more of a message that they can't ignore. According to Sky News, 257,000 British nationals left the UK last year, up from 77,000 the other year. That is 250,000 people who finally realised that the system won't change for them. It's not disloyalty, it's feedback. Leaving isn't anti-UK, it's pro-you. Look, I still love the UK. I grew up there, my family and friends are there, my childhood memories are there. The culture, the British accent, the humour, the people, the British spirit and the characteristics are unmatched. But the British spirit is also resilient. It's what makes us so good. And as we can take one on the chin. However, if you go too far, you'll know about it. We are used to exploring new opportunities. We can adapt, we survive, we rebuild, we work hard. And if anything, leaving is the most British thing you can do, because it's saying, I'm not letting a declining system decide my life. I'm taking back control, because you can't fix a broken person or a broken system or a broken country that does not want to be fixed. So leaving and improving your life, finances, status, and then potentially coming back to when the country wants and needs help, that's real patriotism. If I ever return to the UK, if I ever come back to the UK for good, it won't be for the weather for sure. I doubt that will get better anytime soon, but it will be because the UK has finally stopped punishing ambition and started rewarding people who carry the country forwards and wants people to make Great Britain great again. Until then, I'll be building my life far away from all the chaos, and I'll keep sharing my journey, the wins, the losses, all of it. Not because I hate the UK, because I don't at all, far from it, but because I love what my life could become if I stopped letting the UK limit me. And if you feel the same, then maybe leaving isn't running away. Maybe it's your first act of patriotism. Let me leave you with this. Don't be stupid. Don't be stubborn. Don't be a sheep. If you're ambitious and you want to get ahead, you're better off trying to make money online, escaping to somewhere better, and then when the time is right, come back. When the UK hopefully gets back on track. And if you don't want to come back, then if you're a true patriot, you can still donate and support organisations that are making a positive change back home from abroad. Many people do. Anyway, thanks for listening to my thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.